Hello, everyone. Raymond Moore, Kilted Prepper. How's everybody doing this morning? Pooh, I'm back home. And for those of you who don't know, I was away visiting my brother who's got terminal cancer. And he's doing as well as he can be. And you're watching Coffee with Ray. So, just got up a little while ago. I'm still kind of lagging from the airplane ride and everything. It was a long day. I got up at something like 3 o'clock in the morning, Western time, Pacific time, and landed here about 6 p.m. Eastern time. So it was a long flight and just a long day. And I was exhausted yesterday. So kind of the Walking Dead and everything. Hey, Lori, how you doing? Good to see you here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do me a favor, folks. Like, subscribe, share, and ring that little bell. I'm going to make sure that I am back on schedule again. I appreciate you guys' patience last week. Just me popping whenever I could and everything, and then also dealing with the time change and everything like that. But yeah, back home. The trip was very, very successful, and it was good to see my brother. And again, my brother has got cancer of the kidney, and they have done everything they could to help him. But what it is the tumor is about the size of a grapefruit, and it's also wrapped around one of the primary vessels, some aortic vessel, and everything. So they can't operate on him at all because of this tumor being wrapped around this blood vessel and entrenched into that. And basically, he would bleed out on the table. So there's nothing that they can do. He's done all the chemo that he can do. He's doing immune therapy right now, which is like basically chemo light. And so, but basically, we don't really know how much time he has. And so the doctors are giving him 1.5 years to maybe 2 years at the most. But I think, he thinks it probably is going to be a little bit shorter. He doesn't know. Um, hey, Holly, good to see you. Thank you. It's good to be back home. Like I said, I'm kind of lagging this morning because the trip yesterday was just a boatload hard and a lot of time spent in airports and everything like that. Total flying time was 7 hours. And so flying from San Jose to Atlanta was 5, and then from Atlanta to Roanoke was another 2. So, and then time spent in the airports and all that other stuff. So I'm kind of lagging today, but glad to be back home. Glad to be back on schedule. I'm going to continue to doing this at 9 a.m. Eastern so that I get back on track and have some interesting shows for you and things like that. But haven't had a chance to look at the news. I don't know what's going on in the world today. Didn't know what was going on in the world yesterday or anything like that. So I'm going to use today to kind of catch up and see what's going on and everything. Check my emails, see if y'all wrote anything. If you have any suggestions for shows, do me a favor, put them down in the descriptions below or send me an email at ray@raymondmoore.com, ray@raymondmoore.com. That's MHOR.com. And let me know what you would like for me to talk about or something like that. But other than that, good trip and kind of a melancholy trip. The last day, I didn't do a coffee with Ray on Saturday because we got up really early and hung out with my brother. And I have to say, out of all the days that we spent with him, that Saturday was the nicest. We were planning on going to the boardwalk and everything. I could tell that his energy levels were just not doing good at all. And I recommended, hey, man, let's just stay in and hang out and play games and everything. So that's what we did. Sit and played Mario Party for the longest time and everything. And then just was talking, talking about this, talking about that, reminiscing of good times and everything. So I really appreciated Saturday, and then he did too, because I could tell he was worn out, and so it's interesting. His symptoms and Cynthia's symptoms are a lot alike. Just massive exhaustion and just, can't get moving and everything. And for those of you who don't know, Cynthia has been diagnosed with PMR, or at least she's kind of there until she goes to the rheumatologist. She doesn't know what really it is, but they really speculate it's called PMR, polymyalgia rheumatica, which is a autoimmune disease which attacks the body. And so there's a lot of pain, a lot of joint pain, a lot of muscle pain, things like that. And then in her case too, she has, oh gosh, what is it when you hurt all over? Neuropathy or something like that. It's really flared up with that, but it just makes her exhausted. And so she's in bed, a good 18, 20 hours a day at times. So because she just cannot get out of bed. She is so sapped. And so it's interesting to see the common things with her and my brother. And so, it was just interesting to see the two, my brother and her, just kind of the same symptoms and everything. And if you know anybody who is got a chronic disease or something like that, look up a place called Spoon Theory. And it's a very interesting idea. And this is how she's trying to teach people who have chronic diseases how to deal with it. And so imagine you are given so many spoons a day, and when you wake up, you don't even know how many spoons you're given. You may be given 1 or 2, or you may be given 10. And so you've got to really plan your day out and see how are you going to spin those spoons, because once you're out of spoons, you're out of spoons and you're just tapped out. So look up the Spoon Theory, and it's really interesting, and it's a great way for folks like me who are the caregivers to help understand what's going on and really, not push the people or anything. Because again, when they run out of spoons, they're tapped out. And so look up the Spoon Theory, and it's a really, really interesting idea and everything out there. But the people who are practicing the Spoon Theory call themselves spoonies. So Cynthia is a spoonie, and so, but some interesting things. So, but today's show is not going to be too long. I just wanted to check in, make sure that you guys see me and know that I'm back home. The flight was horrendous. I mean, it wasn't a bad flight or anything. Rough landing in freaking Roanoke. Oh my God, he just went, boom, slammed it down on the tarmac and everything. But other than that, it was just a long day. I came home exhausted and basically took a shower and crawled into bed. And so if anything, I got a good night's sleep last night, which I desperately needed. So, but other than that, I'm going to continue to make sure I do shows 9 a.m. Eastern every day. So make sure you tune in, check them out. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and then ring that little bell so you get notified whenever I do go live and or post a new video or something. So, and then another thing I tossed out there this week that I'm really considering doing a Zoom class and teaching people how to create alternate forms of income. And so if this is something that you would like to do or something, contact me on email or, put in the description below what you would like to, learn. But I'm going to be teaching a lot of alternate forms of income. I may do some interviews with that as well. And because I have some ideas, some business ideas out there. And I know some folks out there that are doing some really good alternate forms of income. So I wanted to present those to you as well. And so, but if there's something you're interested in, I'll put this class on and I'll announce it and make sure that you guys get plenty of time and everything like that. So, but that's everything for today, folks. Like I said, I'm kind of lagging today, but Coffee with Ray, Kilted Prepper. We'll see you. Goodbye. God bless. And Kilt on.